Hey everybody, Mrs. Bianchi here. We're looking at question 2. It says the ratio of students to adults on a field trip is 8-1. So we have to pay close attention to that word to, and whatever's in front of it has to be the numerator. Whatever's after it has to be the denominator. So 8-1, this goes with students, this goes with adults. And they want to know which table correctly shows this ratio for each grade. So what I'm proposing is that we go through, how about we go through sixth grade first for each choice until we find one that fits. And then when we find one that fits, we'll make sure that the other values for grade 7 and 8 also fit. So if we look at choice A, if we look at just grade 6, the number of students they're giving us there is 96. So let's put that here. And the number of adults they're giving us is 88. Now, one approach that we talked about in class for determining whether or not two ratios are equal is checking the cross products. So this cross product would be 96. What would the other cross product be going this way? Now, if we did 88 times 8, 88 times 8 on a calculator to speed things up, we get 704. 704 is not equal to 96. So that means that this ratio right here is a no. Even we haven't checked grade 7 and 8, but because grade 6 is a no, we can just eliminate that as a choice altogether. All right, so what's interesting is that they give 96 students consistently. In fact, the numbers in the first column are the same throughout each table. So that means we really have to explore the idea of looking at the number of adults. So if we look at the number of adults for choice B, the number of adults, if I just erase this and change that number to 104, is there any way that that's going to equal 96? So if we just look at the cross products, hopefully you can just use estimation to tell that it's going to be way over 96. But let's just look at it on a calculator. So we're doing this number times this number, the two numbers in the red zone there. So 104 times 8, oops, I messed up. 104 times 8, we get this number, 832. Now 832 is not the same as 96. So that makes that number right here, this is a no. That's a no, so we're not going to pick choice B either. So then we'd move on to choice C. Choice C, for the number of students, they still give 96, but for the number of adults, that number is changed in table C to the number 12. So we'll put a 12 here. Now, here's what you need to ask yourself. We know that 1 times 96 is 96. Is 8 times 12 also 96? If it is, then you need to check to make sure that the grade 7 numbers work. So if you're checking the grade 7 numbers, we still have that student to adult ratio of an 8-1. We would want to check the 7th grade numbers. So 120 students for every 15 adults. Check to see if the cross products work. Now we know that the cross product going this way, we should be able to do that in our head, because anytime you multiply 1 times something, you get the same value. So what you need to check to see if 8 times 15 is that 120? Check it and see if it is. Now, if it is, then the 7th grade ratios work. You would check it for the 8th grade ones as well. So the ratio again is that 8-1 student to adult ratio. Make sure that 136 students for every 17 adults. Check your cross products there as well. So we know that this times this is going to be 136. Is 8 times 17 also 136? So check it and see if it is. And if it is, then it looks like choice C might be a good pick. But do go through choice D to make sure, follow the same process to make sure that these are a no. All right, good luck finishing that up.